Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be doing a walk-in tour through the old Medina and centre of Marrakech with local tour guide Yusuf checking out all the historical sites. First up, make sure to drop us a like and leave us any questions in the comments, and subscribe to the channel for plenty more trips and top tricks like this.
Having met up with our tour guide Yusuf, our first stop of the day was to the Majorelle Gardens. We were recommended to do this early on the day as it can get particularly busy later on.
Originally founded in 1923 by French artist Jardin Majorelle, this beautiful garden provides a tranquil oasis outside of the old Medina from the madness of the city centre.
Home to over 135 species of plants, the Majorelle Garden is ranked as a top attraction in Marrakech.
This 2-acre botanical garden also has a museum within it, a library, a boutique and a lovely little cafe, providing the perfect escape from the overwhelming madness of the old Medina.
Make sure to check out our full Majorelle Garden video on the link above for full insight and tips on visiting and making the most of the trip.
Having finished exploring the gardens, we linked back up with tour guide Yusuf before then heading on to our next destination.
It's very beautiful, right? The tower has approximately 77 meters high. That's why it is taken as a rule that nothing should hinder the sight of this beautiful tower that still stands majestically in the city, which is one of the oldest cities in Morocco. Then we have this section on the right side with so many doors at the back, and it gets so busy on Fridays because Friday is the most important religious day within the week. So within the day we have 5 days. Within the week we have Friday, so the most important religious day. Within 12 months we have Ramadan, and within one's lifetime we do have what is called Ramadan, when people go to Saudi Arabia to perform the rituals of pilgrimage. And the Islam that we have here in Morocco is very flexible, very tolerant. It embraces Christianity and Judaism. In my city we have a synagogue which dates back to 1492, and we have a church in Église, and the word Église comes from the word Église. Église means a church. So he who says Morocco says tolerance, he who says Morocco says flexibility, he who says Morocco means that we have a king who is devoted to making people so happy and embraces, as I said, other religion. That's why the country is so safe and stable. That's why you're here. So the mosque is still functional till today, and you cannot get inside, but you can feast your eyes about the beauty of it from the outside. And look how thick the walls are. The walls are so thick, and the thickness of the walls also help the place to be so cool during summertime. Look at that tower, it's very beautiful.
Whilst walking around the Koutoubia Mosque, Yusuf explained to us that they had an earthquake in Marrakech in 2023 originating up in the Atlas Mountains. Despite this, however, the mosque stands tall, testament to the architecture back when it was originally built.
The last time we had an earthquake was 1961 in a city on the coast called Agnaou. And I do recommend it highly for you, this city, Agnaou. Agnaou is so beautiful, it has mild weather the whole year long. It's like Florida, if we can say. So, next stop is the Casbah, okay?
Cool.
After visiting the Koutoubia, we headed to Bab Agnaou, the royal entrance to the Casbah.
Having walked through the gates and into the Casbah, we then headed up to visit the Saadian tombs.
There's a lot of steel and iron. And that's why the city is ochre, that's why the city is red, that's why the city is pink. It's a very romantic color. Goes well with the blue color of the
contrast
sky
of the two.
and the green gardens that we have. So what kind of tree is this?
Not a clue.
Fig.
The fig.
As a matter of fact, this place was excavated and opened to the public in 1917 by the French.
Yusuf gave us some tips before we headed off to explore the tombs, explaining that there are 3 different areas for men, women and children.
Yusuf also recommended, as there was a relatively small queue at the Grand Chamber, to get over to see that first, as the intricate gold ceiling can draw quite a crowd and cause longer queues throughout the day.
Smells amazing.
Yeah. Once we finished off at the Saadian tombs, we then headed to the Bahia Palace, where Yusuf walked us around some of the main areas.
One of the bonuses having booked with Yusuf was not having to stand in this long queue.
Muhammad VI is the first king in the history of Morocco who has made the Berber language as a must in learning schools.
Oh wow, that's super.
So Qasr means palace. Bahia is the name of the favorite wife of the Chamberlain of the king who owned this palace that we're gonna see.
Wow.
So a lot of steps in the palace, what church is next?
The Bahia Palace is an absolute maze of doorways and corridors leading into many different function rooms, most of which have really intricate hand-carved cedar wood ceilings, so make sure you look up.
So, when we decorate our palaces, we use patterns like this, equipped with geometrical designs that are stunning, Quranic versus carving instead of using images of animals and human beings. See, sections with ceilings, section with open courtyard like this, and this is the wife section. It's very beautiful. It has a very nice combination of colors too, the green and white. The green color, it's a sign of Islam. It's a holy color. And look at the tiles, the patterns and geometrical designs, and how much mathematics is there to make those tiles. After the earthquake, we have a lot of restoration going on in this palace together with other places in Marrakech. The epicenter of the earthquake was the High Atlas Mountains, but still we had some damage here in the old Medina.
Regardless of the earthquake damage, the palace is still beautiful, but be sure to get there early as it does get really busy.
And inside the garden there are different types of trees. Jacaranda, oranges, tangerine, pomegranate. And again, just imagine how much water we need to irrigate, all this. That's why water is very, very precious in Morocco. He who says Morocco says water. Water means life. And, it makes the city so green because of this water.
As you're walking around, be sure to keep an eye out through many different stained glass windows. You get some fantastic reflections on the walls.
Very beautiful ceiling and stained glass that enable the light to get in and to be reflected on the walls and on the floor. And the interlaced windows that are made from iron and wood.
After a busy half morning of the historical sites, we then headed off to explore the maze of the souks.
Join us on part 2 of Yusuf's tour as we check out the carpet souk, some amazing Moroccan pastries, some handcrafted souvenirs, as well as an interesting take on health and safety.
Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next video.